So I'm sure that the second question, gentleman mentioned about what happened to the Indian community, that they were, they were being called names and all that. So they took it well, they didn't react, but that doesn't mean that what we want is everyone starts calling everybody names and everyone being tolerant. Yeah? So what was wrong is the intolerance, where you start calling the Hindus names, or you call the Chinese names, or you call them. So that's what we have to stop, right? So it's a question of mutual respect, and the practice of bringing down temples and all that is not a practice that PAS condones, right? Even in Shah Alam, currently we're having a problem with a temple in section 19, where the temple was there when the area was basically a rubber estate. Yeah, that when PKNS bought over the land, they moved all the people, but they didn't move the temple. And now you've got housing, and the housing comes up, and you've got the temple in the middle of a 90% Malay community, and then it becomes an issue of it becomes an issue with the people, because the temple is close to the house and all that sort of thing lah. So I'm already discussing with MBSA and with PKNS to find and with the temple committee and this representatives from Hindu Sangam to come. They came for the meeting, so we tried to jointly identify a location, new location for the temple, which is acceptable to all parties lah. Yeah, so we've already made our recommendation and we've agreed. So what we try to do is that we try to find a solution where we recognize everybody's rights. Yeah, I think the Hindu community, they have been in Malaysia for so long, and they are also the rakyat of Malaysia. They have their rights, and there is no reason why we should not or we should try to prevent them from having places of worship. Yeah? As I explained in the church in Glenmarie, UMNO, their problem is they don't know how to be religious. Yeah? For them, being religious means preventing other religions from practicing their religion. Right? It doesn't mean that you practice Islam. What it means is that even though you don't practice Islam, you just make sure that the other religions also don't get to practice their religion. So that's to them being religious, and that's not quite in line with what we have in mind as far as part is concerned. So how to overcome this problem of racial politics, religious intolerance and all that? My answer is to make sure that the Muslims in particular understand what Islam teaches. Right? This is my opinion. And the teachings has been distorted by UMNO, and they've made it such a sensitive issue that nobody can say anything, yeah, and nobody can comment anything, yeah. And the moment you mention something that they don't like, then they say, "Oh, this is sensitive," and and that's not the way to live together, lah. Yeah. So I think if we have a better understanding, if the Muslims themselves have a better understanding of Islam, I think you will find them to be a lot more tolerant and a lot more understanding with respect to the different communities in Malaysia. So my solution would be to make Muslims better Muslims. Of course, that what UMNO will say, or what some other parties will say, is that we are making them more intolerant. Yeah? But as far as my understanding is that the more you understand Islam, the more tolerant you will be. Okay. Pemuda PAS, I agree with Cikgu Badrul just now that basically, okay, it's their opinion. They feel that it shouldn't be held. It's close to when is the concert? Yeah. It's close to Ramadan and blah blah blah. It's their opinion. As long as they don't enforce or they don't try to, how you say, to force their opinion on others. They can demonstrate if they want, but don't do like what happened in the forum with the Majlis Guam. Go and inside the hall and do all these silly things. Yeah. So we on our side also, we have advised them that okay, you want to make your opinion known. All right, this is your stand, but don't do more than that. How to ensure sure that you don't become as corrupt. Okay, my opinion, there's 3 levels. Yeah. First is of course of the individual, is the moral, the religious aspect. The second is the system itself, right? So you must make sure that there are checks and balances within the system, right? And thirdly is to make sure that you've got other institutions which are also free, yeah, to comment. Yeah. So let's say for example, one of the issues that we were talking about is about this Attorney General. Yeah. Is that what in the Parliament we were talking about was the Attorney General, the position of the Attorney General, that he should be made responsible to the Parliament. So if there are cases which are brought to his desk by the anti-corruption agency, by BPR, and he doesn't take action, yeah, so the Parliament then can ask him, yeah, why he has not taken action. Yeah, that's what. So within the institution of the Attorney General, there must be in itself a check and balance. Then at the same time, on the third level is other institutions around it, you know, like the media. So you must have free media, you must have freedom of information, yeah, so that the public can then get access to information and question it. You know, okay, these cases have been brought, you know, the media will highlight, you know, all this, know that why you're not. So when you've got all these 3 things working together, I think hopefully there will be no way that corruption will not be nipped in the bud. Yeah? So in this issue, I think the Menteri Besar of Selangor will respect his personal assistant, the action that was taken. When there was a report, he straight away suspended the guy and he said to BPR to investigate. And that's the way it should be. Yeah, you can't have the Deputy Prime Minister, still the Deputy Prime Minister, then you tell the police you investigate the Deputy Prime Minister while he's still the Deputy Prime Minister. Yeah? Which police officer will have the, you know, the guts or, to do that, because he's still the Deputy Prime Minister. So you should put him aside, yeah, suspend him from his position. Now he's just an ordinary citizen. Investigate. Then you will get the truth out. Yeah. So the procedure, the mechanisms, all that has to be in place. Yeah. So that will make sure that no corruption.